I don't remember where this goes though. Like I love the weirdness of it all, but kind of like wondering. I never remember the ends. Well, a couple ends I remember, like Under the Dome,
I think
Shining.
this one very much feels like the wind through the keyhole. It's not really much about like the plot, it's just more about telling the story of someone. Like I don't think there's gonna be, although maybe there could be.
This
I'm
is
like,
gonna all explain what happened to Curtis at some point, I guess, right?
right. So do you, well, you've read it, so I guess I shouldn't ask that. But I'm like, my question is, does it spark up some new trouble, or is it just gonna be him telling a story?
I feel like Ned's gonna actually interact with it at some point. I
Yeah.
feel like that's gonna kind of be
I
probably
don't.
towards the very end, and then maybe it like sucks him in or something.
Ooh, maybe he
No,
gets,
it's gonna be so bad, right? Yeah.
wait, I almost said maybe he gets reunited. I forgot his dad was smashed, so never mind.
I mean, maybe they brought the roadkill to the Buick. They probably should have.
Right? Like Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Put it in the fucking trunk and see what happens. What's the worst that's gonna happen? It disappears.
I mean, would it be weird? Like, do you want nothing to happen, or do you want him to come back to life? I don't know.
You know, Pet Cemetery question.
Right. Well, at least, I don't know. I guess they would have done it on purpose too. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. I mean, it depends on what coming back to life means, right?
Yeah, never mind. All right.
Can you reanimate the cells?
That's, yeah. So I was like, is it going to be a bunch of talking roadkill?
Gross. It'd be like American Werewolf in London. All the dead people torn to shreds talking to them.
Right. Or like that short we watched where they didn't. I guess the wives didn't know they were dead.
Or they're dead and harassing them.
Yeah, and still like
Yeah.
nagging them with like the knife sticking out of her head.
Oh yeah, and then like the girlfriend's parents show up and they die, so then they start nagging them. What was that?
No, not that one. That was a creep show. I'm talking about Hilarious. Remember, the husbands all plot to kill their wives, but then the wives are, they bury them on the haunted ground. So they just don't realize they're dead. But like the one has like a bag over her head where she was like suffocated,
Right.
and the other one has like a knife sticking out of her head.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That series.
It's pretty good. Right?
I think we didn't finish it, did we? We had a couple more.
I don't,
No, what was that? Hulu? Help! Damn it! I guess shout out.
yeah,
Uh,
hilarious.
with a double hockey sticks,
Mhm.
as we used to say in third grade. Um. So
But anyway, I think you're right, Allie, because this car seems to interact with you more than you interact with it. So I have the feeling that Ned is going to be. And they say also they kept bringing up the curiosity killed the cat thing, so we know that probably it's going to go there.
oh my
Yeah.
god, one more goddamn time, please. And for the record, I never heard the second half of that part. I was like, and what is it? Satisfaction
Brought him
brought him
back.
back.
Yeah, I've never heard that either.
Yeah, no, yeah, you made that part. That's why they have 9 lives, because the second part doesn't work. But yeah, he got stuck on that like rhyme in his head or something. I think he was hearing it.
You think Ennis, what's the cop's name? Ennis or whatever? You think he's going to come back at the end?
And here it is, Ennis Raptor. Uh, I hope not. I don't know. I want him to.
Right.
If he's still alive, if he comes back like the flying eyeball, or the not flying eyeball, then he's not going to be in good shape.
Good point. He may not be able to survive over
Gosh.
Or he might not be able to survive over here after being over there,
there.
like a Tommy knocker. See, it keeps happening. You would think he'd write
Unless
the
it's
book.
like David Brown, where it was like not enough time for him to die yet.
Yeah, that was a convenient loophole, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, except for, I mean, and who knows? Because, we don't know the rules of other dimensions, but like this time it's been, what, like 40, 30 years, something, 20 years? I don't know.
Yeah.
It can't move that slow. I guess it could.
He hasn't come. Yeah, that's true, because we're now 20 years in the present day, 20 years after all that happened, and he still hasn't come back.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if he came back as an old man with like weird mutant alien babies and stuff.
It's kind of like Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah. So nobody ever saw this car before it showed up at the. I mean, nobody saw it come to the gas station. It was just there one time,
Well,
right?
Bradley Roach saw it drive in,
He did. Okay.
didn't he?
And he told the reporter.
Did I miss it?
No, he did.
Yeah. Well,
The
yeah, he
guy,
told the reporter, yeah.
actually, I got it right here.
Why was the
The
reporter
bell
even...
dinged as tires of the vehicle rolled over the tarmac
Did he
and pulled
see...
up to the high test. See, the paint sparkled, the windshield sparkled, the chrome sparkled.
I don't know why I thought it was at night, too. I'm reading it now. It was 10 o'clock in the morning.
The color was midnight blue. Maybe that's what. I like. What is it when they're about to go in for the autopsy? He's like, I'm not doing the damn thing. And he's like, well, then I'll do the damn thing. He's like, nobody's doing the damn thing. That's normal.
Yeah. I
I got that
really
wrong.
like the dynamic that he has there. Where he's like, you can tell that he has a lot of respect, but he's still like, I am in charge here. And I'm not putting your life in danger.
Yeah, I like the interaction with like the nervous cops. Kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
He must have been like, I don't know, hanging out at a police barracks with his haunted car when he went to Pittsburgh. Apparently, it's a Buick Roadmaster, whatever that means. I like how he's like, yeah, we would be like, is D5 by? And everyone's like, yeah, D's 5 by. And then other like units started picking it up and saying the same thing, having no idea what they were talking about.
You know why it gave me low man vibes is because, again, so I must have remembered at the time, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, it's sunny and bright and warm, and he's dressed in a huge black trench coat and large black hat. Like, what are you hiding? Why are you dressed like that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that doesn't stand out or anything. I feel like he was maybe low man in yellow coats, right? He was wearing black though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a low man because he's like not hasn't
It could
really.
be a cousin, you know. Maybe he borrowed one of their cars. Like, hey, I'm taking this. We never actually, saw in the trunk of a low man's car. Who knows what's in there?
It's also interesting, like he says, fill her up, which is very casual, but then also he spoke like he was talking through a mouthful of jelly. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
What was that, like underwater?
Or like in a sack.
Then he's like, the key's not really a key. It's just a slot of metal about so long. And I'm like, oh, you mean like keys are now?
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
That's not so mysterious at all, I have to tell you.
But yeah, and he even saw I forgot, he saw part of his face and it was almost like translucent, like the Tommyknockers.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, okay, I think maybe I'm exaggerating a little. He says the guy paused and turned toward Brad just enough for Brad to see a pallid, almost waxy crescent of cheek, a dark almond-shaped eye with no white, and a curl of black hair falling beside one oddly made ear. Yeah, I don't know. He says something about the ear disturbed him deeply, but he couldn't explain what it was.
The ear?
Yeah,
What ear?
The oddly shaped ear.
Yeah, he could see there's one lank of hair falling beside one oddly made ear.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's probably why it was like, this guy's not human.
Yeah.
Oddly made ear. What does that mean? Mangled or something?
Or this is maybe probably just my interpretation, but for some reason, because of the, like, sounding like he was underwater and stuff, I kind of pictured it as he had been using the car somehow, like he's figured out its secret, and it's, like, melting him.
That'd be interesting. I mean, he was definitely, either it was using him or he was using it, because he rolled up to the gas station in it, and nobody else has been able to make it move.
Isn't that like
Yeah.
a Joe Hill thing? Isn't that what Nosferatu is?
What?
Like he's part of the car and the car is part of him?
Nosferatu?
Joe Hill.
Oh, right.
Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that, well, I don't know if that's how you
It
say it.
is.
But that's
No, it is, but I was not there. I was like, there's no cars in that, is there?
the one with
Yeah, there's like Bela Lugosi in the car.
Yeah.
the one with the guy from American Horror Story.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but yes. Or sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I watched part of it. I didn't finish it because, I didn't get into it.
Yeah.
I tried. I really have tried.
I was still stuck on vampires and cars.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where Joe got the idea. Because I think the monster is the car, or the car is the monster, and that one or both maybe eating kids or something like that. Anyway, back to this car. I think, so Bradley Roach saw it move. That guy just walked, he like walked around the corner and disappeared.
Yeah, he thought he went to the bathroom, but the door had never been opened.
Well, okay. Where did he go?
I like the idea of him falling down the creek, but I guess, I don't know. We don't know.
I think he went back in the Fucking, I think he's got like a little thing in his pocket, and he hits a button, and he opens the hole and goes back where he came from.
Well, I like the idea of Bradley not paying attention and him just walking back up to the car and then transporting back using that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at
But
the end, and he was like, "We're good cops, but we never thought of it."
if that is true, why leave the car? What is the point of that?
I don't.
To the next victim.
Yeah, what? Yeah, well, yeah. What did these police do that they get to live with the car now? It pissed somebody off.
Because their theory is that it's like this ancient, or whoever's it is, they forgot about it. So I don't know. I guess it's possible.
I know. I was like, wait, where did I put that car? It transports matter across the universe.
But I'm like, I doubt he would have forgot about it if he had just used it himself. So then that makes my theory kind of not work.
Is he forgetting about it 500 years from now? Not while the day after you used it. Maybe it broke. Maybe he got there and then it like wouldn't go where it was supposed to. So he's like, fuck, and he went back without the car.
Maybe as soon as he got back, there was a war breaking out and he got distracted.
Right? Maybe he went, yeah, like he went back to like get more gas or something, and then he couldn't get back to the car. The war distracted him.
Something tells me we may not ever find out the answers to some of these questions.
No, I'm pretty sure we won't. He didn't bother with the how or the why. So he just planted the car there and said, "This is what." We're lucky he didn't start with like somebody pulling a tarp out of the shed and nobody knows how long it's been there.
Right.
It just always was. I'm trying to look. So it might be. Did we forget anything?
I don't think so. We skipped around, but I think we got it.
There's eating people. We had a big old autopsy that was creepy and spooky.
Gross.
I spent a lot of time on the details of that thing. I think he went to like a mortician and like watched an autopsy.
Yeah, I was speed reading over that part, but I was like, gross, gross, gross. Don't care, gross.
The literally things come, and then like the eyeball falls out of his head. I just like the fact that the thing is from another dimension, world, couldn't live here. Goes that, isn't that the whole War of the Worlds thing? They can't breathe our air.
That's a good theory, but who knows? Yeah, that's the theory.
I would be like, I don't know about live animals like they did. Oh yeah, what about the gerbil? One of the gerbils disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, we may not ever find out, but I would be curious to see if any of these things come back.
I have a feeling we won't want to see them if they come back.
It'd be like super gerbils, be like all puffed and like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he's like, you left me to die.
Oh, good. Where's Fluffy? Yeah, so this is gonna. I don't have much else to say about it. We're gonna find out. So like it's just kind of starting to take off into the super weirdness of how it ended, but I like the way it ended. It said something like, classic. And we wished it was going to be this, but it wasn't. And then that happened.
Right.
Hold on. He's like,
and it was.
I believe wearing those masks was probably a damn good idea after all. And they're like, yeah. And he was, the results of something like that, like black crap getting in their mouths could have been quite nasty. And then, so where we stopped, where he was right. They're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Somebody's about to get this shit in their mouth. And then like the next line is like, the sandwiches were gone. It's like, did you eat it? What the hell? I feel like something bad might happen to Archie.
In the present, though. Or
no, Archie's still there. Archie. Yeah, see, no, I guess nothing does happen to him because he's still there. I think there's going to be like Anne Rice, where the story's going to end, but the book's going to continue and to the present day, and some shit's going to happen.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to think that's when it's going to happen too, because Ned is too
I don't necessarily remember. I think you guys are right. I think Ned's going to do some dumb shit because they're going to tell him.
Yeah.
He's going to believe every single word of it.
I wonder if he is going to think it can help him like reunite with his dad.
Maybe.
Bring him back from the dead. I mean, reunite.
I don't know. You don't question it when you're grieving.
Yeah. I want to see his journals. His wife burned them all.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know if I would have done that. I would have been curious.
I mean,
you didn't know anything about it.
I don't even mean the car. I just mean about like his thoughts, or like I guess if you, I don't know, is that disrespectful?
I wouldn't have burned them if I was his wife. I would have read them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like I would have wanted to know more about his inner thoughts now that he's gone.
Yeah, it's like talking to him again almost.
Also,
he said something like, "We'll burn these because they have like confidential information about police stuff." I could see someone doing that.
even then, I would have told the troopers, like, yeah, of course I burned them, and then just kept them in my room.
Right? Made copies or something. Sit there with a scanner in your living room.
Also, speaking of, I thought it was a little insensitive that he mentioned more than once that, like, yes, his wife and sisters, or Ned's mother, Curtis's widow, they're also grieving, but they're grieving differently. Ned is in more pain, and I'm like, why? Because he's a man? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some easier on the eyes, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah. But I have to imagine that's probably very true in the police force where it is predominantly men.
Yeah, well, true. I like how when Sandy freaks out. So, wait, have you guys seen Cat's Eye?
Yeah, we watched it.
Sandy was left with those short dozes from which one wakes, gasping, sure that something one can't quite see has been crouching on one's chest and stealing one's breath. Well, that's exactly the third story in Cat's Eye.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
The little troll sits on their chest and like the cat saves them. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
No spoilers, or screw it if you haven't seen it because it's been 40 years. Pouring out of the deflating sack was a flood of rough black pellets, each of them wrapped in a swaddle of gray membrane. Yeah, that's spiders.
Yeah.
Each pellet had an open glazed eye, and that eye seemed to be staring at it. Oh,
He
that's
either
smart.
had like one extremely traumatic experience or he had a lot of them because he mentioned spiders. Every time there's something evil, it's a spider.
You know, it's true.
I
I mean, I don't necessarily like them. I don't know that I hate them, but I
love
don't want a
them.
big spider anywhere near me. You know, small ones are okay. So it's all about the size.
I don't want them to touch me, and that's also why I like spiders because they do everything they can to avoid you.
Yeah, to keep the bugs out.
And they eat other bugs, yeah. And as long as they're not like dangerous to you, they don't usually hurt.
Right? Stay away from the desert. Where all the dangerous ones are.
Now, again, I don't want it to touch me, but like if you've ever paid attention, as soon as they realize that you are a moving thing and not an object, they will run away as fast as they can. But the problem is, like you're freaking out and they're freaking out, and it's like it can still jump all over you.
Problem is when I'm sleeping and I wake up with a spider bite.
Well, yeah, that's why I said they're mostly not harmful, but I've definitely woken up with spider bites too. I'll take it as long as they're killing all the other bugs.
Yeah, isn't it like something like you like swallow 100 bugs a night in your sleep or something like
First of all, that's definitely not true. It's like you swallow 8 in your lifetime or something is the myth, and I think that's also not true.
Well, where's Mythbusters? I need to find it. But yeah, they're like microscopic, like little organisms, like not fucking, flies.
I mean, that like lives on you, so
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm going to leave the rumor alive.
you have bugs in your eyebrows.
I have bugs I have bugs everywhere. Shit, my dogs have bugs everywhere. Every time they come inside, they got to scratch for 10 minutes. Then I'm
Better
like, wait,
you than them, or better them than you.
yeah, well, they have their high, fancy, ingestible medication.
Right. I've had fleas before, and it's the worst.
I remember a family member's house in the 80s. We were at the basement from the dogs.
We had
Got, the black things would be jumping around on your side.
it was like one summer we had baby skunks that were living under our porch, and no, there were no animals in the house, so the fleas had like transferred from them to one of us, got in the house, and then the house had to be fumigated like 10 times before they were finally all gone. It was the middle of summer too, so I would be like going to sleep, taping my long socks to my long pants to my long arms because you don't want any skin showing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no.
So better them than you for sure.
Yeah, that was Jimmy the gerbil. Why Jimmy, man?
Men are weaker. I'm just kidding.
I guess. Or they're more useful. Maybe they didn't want her. Maybe they didn't want Rosalind.
I do think it's funny that like who was it? Phil? I can't remember. Whoever was being all weird about the water. I was like, you guys bought them to sacrifice them. Why do you care if they have water or not?
You know, I felt like the Sarge, who I think is I forgot who Sarge was. Not Sandy, not Curtis, the other guy.
Tony.
Yeah. Shane, who is supposed to be Shane Danks, but it says Shungus, so whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't buying that, but they keep calling him. Every time I read it, it's like Shundis. So,
And when and when I tried to say it out loud the way that he wrote it, I was like, that's not the same name. I'm not believing you.
wait, what were we saying? Yeah, he should have like laid down the law.
For which part? I forgot what he said.
He tried to. They were like, no. These
About not letting him. Right.
Wait, not letting them what? I forgot.
The water, the gerbils, or he's like, we have to give them their
Oh
water.
yeah, right. They were a bunch of damn ADD people. I had like 5 things laying around that I half started before. It was like, damn it, I forgot to finish. I think when they
That
bought
was
them,
funny.
is the assumption that they're probably not going to make it if things work out the way you think they are.
I mean, in a weird way, if that's what they were hoping for, right? Like they want something to happen.
Yeah, because they were excited. They're like, "Ooh, what happens if you do this?" Basically, that's what the Gerbers are. What happens if you do this?
Well, that's why it was clearly bullshit that he was like, their water, they need their water. I'm like, no, you just want to go and see what's happening.
Like he said, you want me to risk your life for those fucking gerbils, and then he caved. Like, no, what if he'd have disappeared? Okay, now you got.
I don't know if it's a matter of caving so much as he was gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there was a question of him not going in there. I think he realized that and he was like, all right, fine.
Fuck does he care about his gerbil so much?
He doesn't. That's my point.
Well,
There was one guy, the guy who actually said, like, we have to get them the water. They didn't sign up for that. That's scary.
Okay.
He didn't want them to be there in the first place, but he was outvoted.
I think they did sign up for that.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, like, whoever was handling the dog is the same person. And he doesn't really interact with the car.
I'm just going wherever the dog goes because I feel like that's safe.
I like the whole idea of calling it earthquake country too. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I did like that earthquake country. It kind of just shit's fucking moving and you're not really sure what's happening.
Well, the dog's freaking out. There's a humming. It gets colder, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Well, the dog's freaking out, but at the same time, he's drawn towards it. Like he can't help it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it didn't really say because they keep talking about the smell, and I'm like, well, I guess a dog would freak out no matter what. But if he's not a cadaver dog, then does it matter? Like, I don't know.
Like your master calling you, but you know you're going to get in trouble and you don't want to come, but you have to anyway.
It reminds me of this story called Ted the Caver from Creepypasta. Actually, I think something like that. And I think I told you it's like these 2 cavers go in, they find this hole that's never been found before, and they try to like make it bigger so they can explore more because there's a passage to another cave on the other side, and they bring their dog down, and the same thing starts happening. He starts freaking out every time he looks at the hole, but like also is like whining as he's like going towards it and like keeps trying to jump into it, and they keep trying to stop him. No spoilers.
Right.
But it's that same thing.
Yeah, I like the idea of a trade, and this for this thing. Like, I had never thought of that.
We didn't ask for that though. Can we trade back?
Yeah, I kept the receipt. The thing doesn't work right.
Do you take store credit?
But if they could send, does that mean they wanted this for something?
Well, hold on. Wouldn't that mean? I guess we're not there yet. But if it is a trade, aren't they going to get something back for the gerbil?
Well, yes.
We went past the gerbils. Like they're gone.
One gerbil's gone. Oh well, last time a cop disappeared, a flying eyeball showed up, and then now gerbil disappeared. I see what you're saying. So what's going to show up?
Right.
Well,
he did say the first time he gave birth.
Was that after?
I think so.
She said the leaves.
What did you say?
Didn't the leaves show up after the gerbil? I don't remember.
Wait, when were the leaves? The leaves were part of something else, weren't they? Like
I'm reading it now.
Were they getting the bat when the leaves showed up? Is that what that was? The trunk just opened and started spewing.
It is after the gerbils because he says the second light so happened that afternoon. We see one of the critters is gone. There's some more talk, more picture taking. Blah blah blah.
I guess the leaves can't survive in our atmosphere either. Is that what all that was?
So maybe that was the trade, though.
The leaves for the gerbil?
Yeah, I mean, it was
small thing for small thing.
Well, they instantly like vaporized, or did they vaporize when he touched them?
Well, I mean, it was when he touched them, but there was still residue left over. Yeah. Also, the fact that they looked like a smile at first, so I was like, what was the point of that?
What are they doing with the stuff they're keeping?
It's in what do they call that? There's like one evidence where there's one room where they put it, and they nicknamed it something. I can't remember what it's called.
No. The shit on the other side of the car.
Who knows?
The other side of the portal. What the hell are they doing with Ennis and the gerbil?
Yeah.
Are they making like a big giant Ennis gerbil?
Ew.
Like Dr. Moreau or something? I don't think we'll ever find out. I wonder what's on the other side. Unless Ennis comes back. That would be interesting. I
Yeah.
thought he came back and it would have been like, 30 seconds later for him.
Or he's like an old man and he's got like a warrior's outfit on and he's like, oh. It's like, wait, where am I?
Right, he just left like the Japanese Revolution or something.
Yeah, he's got a sword in his hand.
That'd be cool.
I go. Where did you guys go?
Yeah, I never went anywhere. So, yeah, things are going to ramp up, I guess, because apparently somebody's going to fucking swallow that black shit, which was blood, right? Blood-ish.
Well, I guess it's going to ramp up in the past, though. Unless.
Well, in the story, I'm not saying.
Yeah, okay.
Like the weirdness is ramping up. So now we were in the car. We did the autopsy. A gerbil disappeared. Bunch of leaves shot out. And somebody's about to get a face full of blood, I guess, for some reason. And he did say that was the first time it gave birth. So there's gonna be more.
Ew.
Right. I don't know. I don't think our training is quite done yet. How come they can't just send them back? Why they gotta send something different?
Well, it's like.
Can it just be like, we didn't ask for this. I think you left this by mistake.
It doesn't seem like you can't really direct it. It just kind of is.
Yeah.
It's like Altair 4.
They're not the mechanics. They're the soldiers, like Tommy Knox.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how shit works. They just drive it. Flashes. So
I like this pick for our next book. It's a nice little palate cleanser.
Yeah.
For this book.
So shout out to your coworker who suggested it.
Thanks, Joseph.
Yeah, I always liked the story. Like I said, I read once I started reading it. Like I don't think I did anything like for the whole day and just kept reading because it was short. It was a Stephen King book that was short enough to finish pretty quick. That doesn't happen very often.
I mean, for a Stephen King book, it seems very short. It seems like it's not like minus 394 pages. I'm like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, and mine's like 488. So yeah, I mean even that. Yeah, that's like a chapter.
I guess because the last, I don't know, maybe Song of Susanna was the shortest book we read last.
I think Went Through the Keyhole.
Right. I forgot about that. That's true.
Yeah, that's like a mini book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that long, right?
Yeah, but Went Through the Keyhole we read before Song of Susanna, didn't we? Because we read it in order, in chronological order.
We did. Yeah, we went through the Keyhole after Wizard and Glass.
Yeah.
Wasn't Song of Susanna still like 500 some pages though?
Yeah. So Went Through the Keyhole was probably.
The Keyhole was like 3.
Yeah, you're right. That was the shortest. Yeah, you're right.
500 pages of nothing. Again, Swedish people staring at Susanna.
Yeah. Did you say fuck Susan?
Susanna.
I was like, Susan didn't do anything wrong.
Susan was kind of stupid. She knew what she was doing. She should have left Roland the fuck alone.
Well, I mean, Roland knew what he was doing too, sort of. Well, let me put it this way. Neither of them knew what they were doing.
Man, I guess that's also true. Hormones are a bit...
Young dominant.
Okay. I guess we're going to call that. There's not much else to say, right? Where we left off is shit's about to get worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I kind of want to know. I kind of want it to end, and I hope Ned does something stupid.
I think his curiosity is going to get the best of him.
I think he's going to do something stupid. I wonder if he's going to live through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to be like, so you ate my dad, huh, fucker? See how you like this? And the car's going to be like, thanks.
Yeah, but technically he didn't. I mean, his dad was killed by the other guy, the drunk driver.
I'm sure they're going to tie it into how it's the car's fault.
Right.
I don't know how.
The car made him drink.
Maybe the guy driving the car. Oh, no, it was a semi that hit him. No, yeah, the semi pulled over, right?
He pulled over the semi.
He pulled over and the drunk driver hit.
Bradley Roach. The same guy that found the car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that weird
So I guess that
synchronicity.
can't be a coincidence.
Yeah,
Maybe the
because he's talking to...
Maybe the car was trying to kill two birds with one stone and take out the Bradley too.
Did Bradley die? No, he lived.
Yeah, wait. Actually, that's a good point. I don't know. Did he live?
Pretty
I'm
sure.
pretty sure he did.
We might have
It's
not wanted
true
to.
because he was
Killing a
in a
state trooper.
car. Yeah. Right. I was thinking it was a collision, but it was just him hitting a pedestrian.
Side of the road.
Yeah.
Roadkill.
Right.
Yeah, that's not coincidence. There's no way in hell. Not that it exists. But,
There's no such thing
yeah,
as a
so
coincidence.
interested to see where that goes. So 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't know whether to make this 1 or 2 episodes.
I mean,
One long one, 2 short ones.
this one I think just be one long one probably.
Yeah, we'll do a quick one like sounds like. Anyway, it's Christmas in 2 weeks. What's in 2?
2 weeks is the 22nd, so it's the Sunday right before Christmas.
Probably not a good idea.
I'm gonna do the Sunday after.
That would be the 29th. That would work for me, yeah.
It gives us a little extra time to finish it. They're large sections.
I mean, mine is
Uh,
in half.
I could do the 28th, but not the 29th.
That's fine. I can do it. I don't know what is that a Saturday?
Yeah.
I should be able to do that.
Well, I guess we could do Monday if Saturday doesn't work.
Yeah,
That's true.
after Christmas is better. I just know the couple days right before is going to be bad for me. So, but I could do any of the days afterward. Well, not the 26th.
Right. Question for a different form. Okay, then let's say the 28th for now, and we'll see how it goes. And maybe the 30th if we have to.
Okay.
All right. End of the podcast. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.